This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, Forest and Bird has declared 2020 the year of the seabird and has held a sandcastle building event to raise awareness for the plight of seabirds. For the first time, people will be able to roll as well as run down the Dunedin Airport runway in the annual Run the Runway fundraiser. And a battle for the heart and soul of the coastal township of Waitati, north of Dunedin, took place during the summer break. Kia ora, good evening. I'm Simon Anderson. Forest and Bird has declared 2020 the year of the seabird. Building seabirds out of sand can be delicate work, but the future of the creatures is equally precarious. The Untitled Chapter and the Kiwi Conservation Club have been building seabird sandcastles on St Kilda Beach today.
Highlighting the plight of New Zealand's seabirds with golden sand. About 30 people from Forest and Bird and the Kiwi Conservation Club created castles to kick off the year of the seabird. And while it may look like child's play, this sandcastle building event has a serious message.
Part of today is to draw attention to the need for people to write submissions to the National Plan of Action on Seabirds, which are due before the end of January on the 27th. And that's the plan that controls how fishers avoid bycatch. And so what we're really wanting are strong rules and a goal of zero bycatch.
A host of sandcastles representing all manner of seabirds began springing up out of the sand this afternoon as part of Forest and Bird's inaugural sandcastle building event. Lexi Hume and Freya Tideman were among those putting their talents to the test and their best feet forward.
It was very detailed and it was an albatross. Yeah, and it was nice to jump over.
The Dunedin Friends are pleased to be part of the day and say the message of the day is a good one to pass on to younger generations.
I think it's good because it raises awareness for the little kids to let them,
to grow up to know that the sea life and stuff is important.
Yeah.
Forest and Bird Southern Regional Manager Sue Maturin says New Zealand's coastal waters are unique, playing host to many threatened and endangered species. She says, along with the seriousness of the message, today's event has gone very well.
It's been wonderful, and everybody has so enjoyed themselves, and they've made such a variety of sandcastles. Some people have been brilliant sculptors and have done quite large albatross and large yellow-eyed penguins.
An estimated 1,400 seabirds are killed by fishers each year, and Sue Maturin says the current guidelines around bycatch are wishy-washy. She's encouraging people to write submissions to the government's draft National Plan of Action for Seabirds, which should be done before the 27th of this month. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Tickets for this year's Bluff Oyster and Food Festival have sold out in record time. Organisers say it's a sign of how the annual event is getting bigger every year. The celebration of seafood, wild food and entertainment in late May attracts over 4,000 every year. Tickets are normally sold out in February, but this year they sold out in the first week of January. The future of the event had been in doubt after organisers were denied permission to demolish a deteriorating building on site. Organisers are saying safety risks around the building are under control for the time being. However, if the historic Crown Hotel continues to deteriorate, it may impact future festivals. For the first time, people will be able to roll as well as run down the Dunedin Airport runway in an annual fundraiser. Set to take off on the 2nd of February, the Run the Runway event will this year include mobility scooters and wheelchairs.
An early start, not for the faint-hearted, but for a good cause, raising funds for the Taieri Aquatic Centre.
So the novelty of it is that you just have no idea about the size of the runway until you're out there. And so to be able to run or walk just under 4 kilometres in this sort of environment is completely unique. There's only 2 other ones in the Southern Hemisphere.
As the title suggests, the event has always been about running, or in some cases walking, the nearly 4-kilometre jaunt up and then back along the runway at Dunedin's Momona Airport. But organisers say there's a twist this year, with people on rollerblades, skateboards, mobility scooters and wheelchairs able to take part. Event coordinator Irene Mosley says it's not a new idea, but still a rare event on this side of the world.
And it was a concept I saw in the USA and came home and thought it would be something novel for Dunedin. Initially it was a fundraiser for the Mosgiel pool.
The event is scheduled for February the 2nd, with competitors in town for the Masters Games, which Moseley hopes may attract a few more seasoned athletes.
This year it's the Masters Games, the weekend that this is on, so we're hoping that'll bring an opportunity for out-of-town people to join in too.
Entries are limited to 500 people, and a digital clock is being set up to record times for those wishing to better their own personal best time or to beat others.
There's those that are really competitive who want to improve their time, and last year's winner's already registered, so we know we'll be competing against him.
About 150 people attended last year, raising more than $4,000 toward the pool. The Dunedin City Council expects to begin the tender process to build the aquatic centre early this year. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Former All Black and Highlanders loose forward Adam Thompson has capped off a miraculous late career recovery from spending 57 days hospital-bound in 2017 to signing with the Chiefs. The 37-year-old announced on Instagram today he successfully completed day one of the Super Rugby side ahead of their season opener against the Blues this month and is grateful for the incredible opportunity. Thompson has joined the Chiefs as one of 8 replacement players currently in with the squad. He says this time 2 years ago he was flat on his back in a Japanese hospital, unable to walk. Posting on Instagram, he says never underestimate what the human body can do with a little self-belief and a whole lot of hard work. A battle for the heart and soul of a coastal township of Waitati, north of Dunedin, took place during the summer break. Locals were able to repel an invasion of the corporate raiders and Battle of Blueskin in a mock battle on New Year's Eve.
General disarray with a view to evil consequences must result from the absence of such necessary blah 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 institutions.
Local icon Mary Mayhem Bullock reads from the recently discovered Treaty of Waitati during the mock battle between a group of Clan Magillicuddy invaders dressed as corporate raiders and Waitati militia members. Flower bombs, petals, confetti and food were flung between the warriors during the hour-long satirical New Year's Eve conflict.
But we're a bit like Halliburton, we have our own security detail, and so they came down and tried to deal with the protesters, and there's nothing like a bunch of peaceful protesters to really get the blood boiling and make you want to clear them off the street.
Eventually the locals were able to prevail over the invaders in an event that has its origins in the anti-war protests of the 1970s.
The main thing is to have some fun, to demonstrate that play is still a thing.
Afterwards, volunteers from both sides cleaned up Harvey Street of all the spilled flour and other items. In Waitati, the South Today.
Still to come on the South Today. Naturists held an event on the longest day of Dunedin summer, and Otago University's summer school has some hitting the books early. See you after the break.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life. Tuesdays, 7:30.
You've seen us in the street, now find us online. Check out shopon.org.nz. We have all sorts of treasures, from retro and vintage clothing to antiques, homewares and accessories. New items added every week. We're open 24/7.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
If you're suffering from sciatica, lower back pain, hips and pelvis and knees, this technique will work wonders for you. The energy flow is transmitting through the muscles. Come and see Sunny Chin.
Lana Castle is proud to showcase their new retail space. Simply purchase an annual garden pass for year-round access to the garden, cafe and gift shop, or apply for a host card giving you full access to the castle, ballroom, cafe, gift shop and garden when accompanied by a full paying guest. Check out the website for full terms and conditions. Risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Step into Ross Cafe, located at Ross Home in North East Valley. We have a great range of hot and cold food, friendly service and a warm atmosphere that you are sure to enjoy. We look forward to serving you soon at Ross Cafe.
No mai nō, welcome back. Queenstown Police are investigating 3 complaints of fake ticket sales for this Saturday's sold-out Gippsland Valley Winery summer concert. Police say the scam victims had bought tickets online only for the sellers to then block their identities and not hand over the tickets. They say the sellers had assumed other people's identities. Police advise people wanting to buy tickets online to be very wary and do everything to confirm the identity of the seller and that they actually hold possession of a lawful ticket. A group of naturists frolicked in the surf of a Dunedin beach on the longest day this summer. Organisers say they've been taking their kit off at the beach for several years in an annual ritual to celebrate the summer solstice. A warning, the following video contains some images of nudity.
A group of naturists braved the chilly waters of Dunedin's St Clair Beach late last year to celebrate the Southern Hemisphere's longest day. Waitati naturist Paul Campion says they've been celebrating the summer solstice with this pagan ritual for several years.
And it's in honour of the spirits of the sun and the sea and the shore.
He says being uncovered is their way of expressing to the spirit world who they truly are.
We're not covering anything up. We're open to the spirits, we're open to the gods, and we're honouring them.
Campion says it's not illegal to be naked in New Zealand, and as long as you behave yourself, the police won't bother you. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Thousands of students were welcomed to the University of Otago for this year's summer school with a free barbecue and backyard cricket. Over 1,500 students sitting school papers with a full course crammed into 6 weeks of study.
A free barbecue with plenty of vegetarian and vegan options is part of the Otago University Students Association's contribution to making summer school students feel welcome.
Every Wednesday from 12 to 2 we're going to be running a barbecue out here for all the summer school students to get away from their laptops, take a little break from their studies and come and enjoy the sun, get some free food.
Over 1,500 students are taking papers at the summer school, where students can complete courses in just 6 weeks of crammed study in less than half the time it takes to complete equivalent papers during the main university year. OUSA President Jack Manning says while the campus is quieter than during the main year, he wants these students to feel welcome back from their abbreviated summer break.
Dunedin can sometimes get this reputation of being a little bit of a ghost town over the summer, and while students may go away for a little bit to be with their whānau and friends, Dunedin is still their city, so we warmly welcome them back.
And he urges students to reach out and take part in a planned series of social activities throughout the school.
We really encourage all students in summer school to, as well as all throughout university, to reach out to the people, reach out to their neighbours and say hi to people and just get to know others at the university.
The main academic year at the university is set to start in mid-February. In Dunedin, the South Today.
After the break on the South today, rain holds off for the Lake Hayes A&P show, and we see what the weather's doing for the coming week. See you soon.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Step into Shop on Carroll and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 17 years. New doors, replacement doors and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489-2274. Lana Castle is proud to showcase their new retail space. Simply purchase an annual garden pass for year-round access to the garden, cafe and gift shop, or apply for a host card giving you full access to the castle, ballroom, cafe, gift shop and garden when accompanied by a full paying guest. Check out the website for full terms and conditions.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Step into Op Shop on St Andrew and discover a place with plenty of bargains for yourself, your friends and the whole family. We have new items arriving every day. Visit us for a fabulous range of economy and upmarket clothing, accessories, books, shoes and more. Shop with us and support your community.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Thanks for staying with us. Town met country for the 150th time in Queenstown on Saturday. Thousands attended the annual Lake Hayes A&P show, with the rain holding off until the last horse had completed the show jumping event. The day out included the usual fun fair treats, as well as competitions for livestock, horse and pony riding, plus a pet competition. Children were invited to take part in a lolly scramble, as well as a tug of war, and a large contracting truck which had been left in neutral. It took only a couple of seconds for the children's joint efforts to slowly pull the truck forward. And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Forest and Bird has declared 2020 the year of the seabird and held a sandcastle building event to raise awareness for the plight of seabirds. For the first time, people will be able to roll as well as run down the Dunedin Airport runway in the annual Run the Runway fundraiser. And a battle for the heart and soul of the coastal township of Waitati, north of Dunedin, took place during the summer break. Now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, we have Barry Stewart with us this evening. Kia ora, Barry.
Thanks, Simon. Meat production at a 100-year-old Dunedin company has ceased and 13 staff have been made redundant. So it's a sad story there. And after protests and mountains of paperwork, the OMV rig has begun drilling in the Great South Basin. So we didn't go, but we do find out about life on board the rig. Queenstown Police are investigating fake ticket sales for the Gippsland summer concert, which is on this Saturday. Invercargill City and sports leaders are gathering on Thursday to discuss Rugby Park, its future and what can become of it. And for the first edition of our fresh food section for the year, we are going, so what are the new food trends? Our columnist Annabelle Langbine looks in her crystal ball to find that out. All will be revealed in the paper tomorrow.
Great, Barry. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Now time for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Starting with the southern view, Dunedin St Kilda Beach with today's Sandcastle contest getting underway. Looking at the situation, a high pressure system remains over and around the South Island through to the early next week, so expect a long spell of mostly fine weather with warm temperatures and light winds inland. Starting off at the northwest of the South Island, Greymouth and Westport are set for a cloud or two and 20 degrees. Across to the northeast, Nelson and Blenheim can expect cloudy skies and 21 degrees. Moving down to Canterbury, we'll have some cloudy skies across this area. Kaikoura aims for 16, Christchurch heads for 17, while it should reach 18 degrees in Ashburton. To the southern towns, the Catlins, Balclutha, Lumsden and Gore are due for light northeasterlies and fine weather. The Catlins reaches 19, Balclutha and Lumsden head for 23, while 22 degrees in Gore. Heading to central Otago, where summer temperatures are set to continue. Light winds and clear skies for all. Wanaka 25, Alexandra 26 degrees, Queenstown 24 and Te Anau you're set for 21 degrees. To the northern towns, Timaru and Oamaru, you should plan for moderate northeasterlies, cloudy with 18 degrees. Twizel and Omarama, you're due for light winds and clear skies, and it's 25 degrees for you. In Dunedin, some low cloud tonight, looking at an overnight low of 9. Tomorrow there's low cloud in the morning and evening, but mostly fine, with long sunny periods by day. A high of 16 and a low of 9. Similar weather for Thursday, with a high of 17 and a low of 10 degrees. And in Invercargill, fine and cool tonight with an overnight low of 7 degrees. Tomorrow plan for a few patches of mist or low cloud, morning and night. Otherwise fine and sunny, a high of 20 and a low of 7. Similar conditions on Thursday with a high of 23 and a low of 8 degrees. That's the news this Monday. For the latest news from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz and follow Channel 39 on Facebook and YouTube. Have a great evening. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.